It's another beautiful day, another beautiful morning at the newsstand, and I welcome you to a beautiful edition of Bystanders at Newsstand on Flip TV. Of course, I need to still introduce myself. I am Michael Temtayo Adekunle. In Nigeria, politicians tend to retain and maintain their political structure, and this also applies to the former governor of Rivers State, who happens to be the FCT minister. I'm talking about Yesom Wike. The current feud has generated issues in the society. Of course, yesterday, the governor of the state, I'm talking about the incumbent governor of the state, Fubara, was in Abuja, you know, in order to make sure this issue, is resolved. The president of the country, Ashua Jubala Ahmed Tinubu, waded into the matter. PDP governors also waded into the matter just to restore peace in the state. And that's what I will be discussing on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstand. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, esteemed viewers across the globe. All right, the Punch newspaper with a punchy one. What's the Punch saying this morning? Very, very important one on the front page of the Punch newspaper. The Punch headline: Rivers crisis. Tinubu PDP governor stop Fubara's removal. Protesters arrested. Tinubu PDP governors stop Fubara's removal. Protesters arrested. To the next one, we have Senate launches fresh probe into Naira redesign. This is what plunged many Nigerians into serious hardship in the beginning of the year. Senate launches fresh probe into Naira redesign. I think many Nigerians will be happy with this development. To the next one, we have Lagos secures 1.3 billion naira for fourth mainland bridge. Others. The right hand side of the paper, what do I have here? Federal government budgets 552.6 billion naira for arms anti-terror fight. Let's see how far this would go. The fight against terrorism in Nigeria has been on for many years now. It seems we are not winning the war on this. All right, the down part of the paper on your dam. Ogun communities panic over fresh flooding. Ogun communities panic over fresh flooding. The likes of Lafenwa, Sheri, and other communities in Ogun State are seriously in trouble this time around. Of course, the flood ravaged some communities last week. We discussed it here. And this is another fresh panic in Ogun State. Quickly to another story on the front page of the same paper. What do we have here? Appeal Court clears silver for Bayelsa poll. Fines challenger 1 million naira to the next one, which is the Vanguard newspaper. What the Vanguard saying? How the news stand this morning? Very, very crucial one on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. The major headline it reads, on Rivers, Tinubu waits in. Wike Fubara meets great in Abuja. The president waits in. Wike, the FCT minister, the incumbent governor of Rivers State meets great in Abuja. All right, Senate banks gross earnings jump 114% to 1.33 trillion naira. On to the next one. We want to return but can't, says recalled envoy. We want to return but can't, say recalled envoys. On fourth mainland bridge, what do we have here on the front page of the Vanguard? Sanwo-Olu, Afrexim, Access Banks seal $1.34 billion partnership pact. Wow, this is a very huge contract. Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Lagos State, Afrexim, Access Banks sealed $35 billion partnership pact. So the next one, PDP governors welcome Supreme Court judgment, slam contradictory, rolling on plateau. And the last paper I'll be reading to the viewers across the globe, which is the These Day newspaper. Well, these days saying today are the newsstand. Very, very, very crucial one yet. Still on same subjects. We've been reading and discussing. Tinubu intervenes in Fubara Wike Feud. Tinubu intervenes in Fubara Wike Feud. Tells Rivers governor to avoid destructive anger. All right, quickly to one of our reviewers here. Good morning to you. Your name, sir? Good morning to you. Your name, sir? Wow, wow. Good to have you at the news stand this morning. I'm mic'd. Hey, anything you say, the viewers will hear. I'm mic'd. All right, thank you so much. Okay. Let's go on to what we have on the front page of these papers. We have Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, wading into the feud between the FCT minister, who was the former governor of River State, Yusuf Wike, and the incumbent governor, Fubara. Was that a good move by the president?
Yes, it's a good move because the president himself, who is President Tinubu, is an experience he already had. But he was also a godfather to a godson governor before, Governor Ambode of Lagos State. He has gone through the hard experience before, whereby Governor Ambode had a running battle with him, And so he was called upon when he was persuaded to allow him to have the second term. So that skirmishes or what I call a kind of a clash of interest has happened between a godfather and a godson before, between President Tinubu and former Governor Ambody. So you know that this is an experience he has passed through. So he's in a better position to speak as a godfather to Nweke and also to now advise Fubara as a godson to Nweke that look, in this kind of experience, in this kind of situations, this is how to go about it. Where Fubara should take a softer approach to the matter. And where Nweke too should temper justice mercy so that they can both come to a round table, a meeting point. The both of them sit down and point of settlement, and this will eventually reign. And Rivers people will have to be at the best, and will be at will see the best way. So Tinubu is a better position to play that role because, like I said, he was once a father to Governor Ambody who had a similar case with him, and it was resolved in a particular way against somebody anyway. So I don't know how I don't know the kind of way he wants to resolve it now. So will he go the way he resolve it? Is it case with somebody whereby Ambody lost out? Is that the way he's going to resolve it also? In the case of Fubara, that we lost out to his godfather, which is Nweke or not. It's left to Tinubu how to do about that. It's the president is in the right position to do that from the experience of having gone through the same experience too as a godfather to the godson. So it's the right peg in the right hole.
Right peg.
It's a square peg in the square hole.
Okay.
Yes.
It seems Wike cited that he was losing relevance in Rivers State. That's why he had to quickly, or what do you think? Because one of the statements he made yesterday in Abuja was that he is a politician and he has base in that state. And with the move by the governor, it will make him lose relevance in that state. Is it true?
Of course, yes. What is all about interest? We get that what is way through for Fubara to pick party tickets, PDP party tickets, what way for Fubara as well to win the governorship seat. He has an interest in the policies of that state. Otherwise now, it's not a matter of love, I like you, I hate you. It's not a matter of interest. Politics is purely a matter of interest. It's not a matter of I hate you, I like you, and it's not a matter of sentiment. So, if the person he has put in place to help him advance his political interest in the Rivers State is going down the drain, so that his own political interest is going down the drain, he has a right to rescue political interest back on track.
His own political interest.
Yes, he has a right to rescue his own political interest back on track. Because the game, the nature of the game is all about interest.
But what of a situation whereby the governor wants to govern the state in his own way?
Look, when we
can't he have that freedom?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Interest should be defined. What should be the interest of UK? The governor should know. What is the political interest of UK? The governor should know that.
But he's an ex-governor now.
Excuse me.
Okay,
excuse me. It's a position of governorship seat of Fubara. Don't forget that when the party primaries were being contested, we can rob some people for Fubara.
And don't forget that Rotimi Amechi also left. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, if you understand the game of politics properly,
okay.
Once your interest is aligning, you have no issue. The moment your interest is being threatened, you must rise up and defend your interest as far as you want to be politically relevant.
And that's what Wike has done, right?
That is absolutely right. Absolutely right. So people who are missing sentiments, bias on this issue, they don't understand what politics is all about. It's not a short matter. It's not a business matter. This is politics. Excuse me.
So it's all about.
Excuse me. This is a matter of interest. This is an interest matter. The underlying factor of this game is interest. If I fight my way for you, put in position of authority politically, if you don't learn what the rudiments of politics is all about, go back and learn it right. If I have interest, based on interest I'm doing it. That's politics for you. if you want to go by that, you need policies.
In all ramifications.
That's the point. That's the fundamental.
What allocation and every
that's
other
the
thing.
fundamental basis of policies.
Appointments of people in political offices. That's it. All of
You
interest.
have to negotiate the interest at hand. Hello, sir. What this game calls for is negotiation. The negotiation, the consultation, and review. It's not bad. You can miss your government like, hello, sir. How do you give me a breathing space in this social area? How do I have my way in this social area? It's not bad. That's not in compensation. You don't do that. If you do that to a political mentor and political power that brings the power, they will show you their interest is still on ground. And what is it crying about now? Why is it running about Ezra? I thought it's in control. It's a subject everything should have put everything on his pocket, everything on him. So it's not in control. So there's a system that brought him into place. And that system, he must learn how to tame the ego of that system. That's the policy. You must know how to tame the ego of that system. You don't just run, you don't just rebel, you don't just confront. You don't just get up and look startling to the face of the system. You don't do that. You don't do that. You have been in the system. You now negotiate your way. You call for dialogue.
Discussion, roundtable discussion.
Table your grievances. Table your mind. For your so-called the system that brought you to place, and see how you two can shift ground from your hostile position and ask them to shift ground so I come to a common point of agreement. That's how Trump policies. Trump that is daring bidding in US, he knows what he's facing. Excuse me, he's daring the present government. If there's a former president, Trump was just fine last week for making a statement from being called matter is record. He's a former president, it's not no longer in power. His term of his position and tenure of office and time in power has gone. You get my point? So maybe Trump has not learned his lesson better in policy. That's why I see facing. If he has learned the lesson better, there's some game will appear underground. The bidding. Hello, you're the man in charge. Hello, don't rubbish this office, please. There are ways they will do it. You see Jonathan in Abuja last week coming to meet Tinubu. What do you think he's doing? What is Jonathan doing in Abuja? Meet Tinubu. Come and him in the office.
Was that for his own selfish interest?
I'm telling me, excuse me, sir. It's the rule of this game, you must understand it properly.
Your interest first before the people.
Hello, sir. The player who is playing the game is the participant in the game. His interest is about before the people. Excuse me. It's when you get to the power, because you now serve people. If you don't get the power, you serve any people.
And does that define a good democracy?
Democracy, what does democracy mean? You have an ambition. You have an interest to do something. And you employ a means by which you get there. It's the first thing that defines if democracy is your interest.
Government of the people.
Excuse me, before government of the people, what brings you to that government? That's your power. It's your interest to contest for power. And
it's interest, not interest of the people, not
excuse me,
interest of the nation. Okay.
You are mixing this up.
Yeah.
Democracy is all about government of people agreement. You that want to attain that power to bring about government of the people. If you have interest, we be in that power. We come out and contest. We show interest. We burn your expenses. You must get interest first. You have interest first. Then stick out your neck.
What of in the situation whereby your interest is a selfish one?
No. I'm not talking of selfish. I'm talking of the interest of you wanting to come out and do something first. You must have it first.
That's the purpose. That's another interest, yes. Abi? But what of situation whereby your interest is a selfish one? Because in the case of Tinubu, Fubara and Wike, I can cite. I won't say selfish interest. I don't just want to dabble into this. But okay, let me ask you this: Would you call it a selfish one? The way Wike and Fubara, are going about this whole issue?
It's your definition, and it's your opinion. You're entitled to it. If you say it's selfish, then Fubara will be selfish too. to have allowed himself to have gotten a ticket at the expense of other people's rights. People were robbed in the PDP primary for him. Did he imagine? Did he pick the PDP ticket by PDP primary election? He was robbed. So if you are talking of self-interest, you should accuse father of self-interest first for not allowing a clear democratic process of emergence of the kind of the party. So he's a victim. He's a
victim of selfish.
Yeah, he's a candidate of selfishness. So if you are demanding selfishness, for you not allowing a clear democratic process of emergence of of the candidate, you rubbish the rest. We watch the monitor the PDP primaries in River.
Are you supposed to apportion the blame?
For him to have allowed that, for him to have accepted that, he's a selfish person. He will allow clear primaries to emerge. Let it so clear.
But his godfather instigated it.
For him to have accepted it, he didn't shout.
So he's also selfish.
He's selfish.
So both of them are selfish.
Both of them are selfish.
So they are there for their selfish interests.
Both of them are there for selfish interests. What I'm telling you is that people should not malign Enrique, except you don't understand what politics is all about. If he says the political influence is waning in Rivers, that he must come to rescue of political. Excuse me, Enrique is an achiever in Rivers by all standards, by every standard. I'm not an issue of Rivers. I'm an admirer of Enrique, and I'm entitled to my own opinion. I have no bars, no view with band. I'm an admirer of Enrique. Let everybody go to hell. Enrique is an achiever. He's an achiever.
And you love his style of leadership.
I love his
You like his style of leadership?
Straightforward person. He's not the kind of person that will tell you, I will give you white to wear, and later I'll go back and give you yellow. He will tell you clearly. If he's going to fight you, he will tell you. You can predict him. You can plot a graph of what Enrique will do. Second, because he tells you his mind, he acts his mind, puts his mind in action. He doesn't have any hidden.
But did he tell you his mind during the presidential election? You could see his body language between the All Progressive Party, that's the ruling party, and the Labour Party.
Before that,
you saw Wike's move.
Before
despite the fact that Wike belongs to the umbrella of PDP.
Maybe I open a Pandora, but this if you don't mind, I can remind you of it. There's nothing bad in anybody to aspire to any office in Nigeria, and there's nothing bad in anybody to take a position. We get to a position that, for after the stage of no presidency, party comes out. He has the right to it. It's the same position I'm still holding now. He has a right to that, and he has the right to contest for presidency. I did that. Unfortunately, he lost out. And he's now telling the party that, hello, before primaries, you have said, if the party, if the runner pick the ticket, presidency, he will zone the chairmanship to the south. That's he said it. He was quoting the date and everything. He would I watched the video where they heard the message. He said, not saying the party, okay. He is not as taking the party presidency ticket. Zone the chairmanship to the south. I think he thought he was smart. You know. Okowa that was holding Southern Governors Forum that said president must come to the south. Okowa was going behind and negotiating. Okowa that was hosting Southern Governors Forum that said they want president to come to the south was going behind to go and negotiate for my president. He betrayed the south. Is that a person want to follow? But we can say, okay, if you don't zone chairmanship to the south, you cannot keep a party presidency and keep chairmanship to the same zone. We disagree. We won't. And the parties head on. They stubbornly took their position. It's not only him, 5 governors and other party leaders were against them. Abia and Enugu governors, Autumn, Benue, Makinde in Oyo, and Wike River. 5 governors, G5. They disagree with the party. And if that's the case, and they openly told the party they are not aligning with the presidential ticket of the party. They didn't hide it now. Their mission was clearly open. They didn't decide the party, and go behind. They made their intention clear. Everybody knew where they belong. We are for Southern presidency. So it's not left for them to now see where whom they now pick. they vote for Obi or for Tinubu? And the G5 standing for Tinubu? It's their choice. It's their right. That policy for you. So they made their stand no. They didn't betray the party. It's not a betrayal. They didn't deceive the party that they are for you and go behind. The party was not surprised. As you knew they are not for him. All the campaign, everything, they were not present. Were they present any presidential rally of party? Anyway, the G5 governors and their supporters. But they judge, and the rest. Were they present? No! They told the party, zone the chairmanship to the south. You have picked the ticket of the presidency to the north. Give the south the chairmanship. They refused. And they said no. And they openly went their way separately. It's not a betrayal. So it is the party that belongs to the stupidity and arrogance of Atiku that caused. However, PDP won a good start to win the presidency with 8 years of failure of Buhari that turned the country to a beggar. Buhari left 138 million Nigerians. They were actually poor in all ramifications. I was watching a program on channel 2 days ago. This their house analyst, Babajide. They brought him to. He was quoting Nigerian broad statistics. Sources, Nigerian broad statistics. Working up people. Do you know 82% of national income for the account come from the south? All the United States of the Federation, they contribute less than 80% of the Federation account. And when it comes to political matters, who dominated this?
The North.
The North. And this, we produce a president that ruined the country, that turned the economy upside down, that changed the cost of living to astronomically high level. So I'm not.
People would have seized that opportunity.
Yes. So they are stupid. They are stupid. I'm not talking about Obi as Obi. If the 5 governors have not gone out of PDP, what's the margin of 6 million, 2 million? Those states, those 5 states, I tell them they won't win. Enugu, Abia, what's it called? Benue, Oyo State, and Rivers. Those 5 states will have given PDP edge. Obi will have been a distant.
It's just
Obi will have been
clear.
a distant. You understand me?
Okay.
But because of their stupidity, I think it was so head bent. Does he? Is Atiku sensible for 8 years of
You disagree with him?
for 8 years
So
of
it's not clear.
okay. Is Atiku sensible for Fulani to live to rule for 8 years, another Fulani man come back again to rule for another 8 years with the nonsense Buhari did? Is Atiku wise in the sense? I've just told you what I watched on channels. That less than 90 states of the Federation of the North, they contribute less than 20% to the Federation account. 82% were controlled by.
Well, David, you should understand what he's trying to say. He said if Obi had remained in PDP and the G5 governors.
No, I'm not. No, don't misquote me.
No,
I said
no.
don't misquote me. Let me play myself.
Okay.
I said
If
Obi factor would have so much importance.
Okay.
The 5 governors, those 5 states, Rivers, Oyo, Benue, Enugu, and Abia. These are the 5 governors that went against G5. G5.
And don't you think Obi's exit from that party also caused the party?
Obi factor too.
I know. That failure.
I'm telling you.
It's not all about the G5 governors alone.
Excuse me. You have your time now. I don't interrupt you. You have your time. Excuse me, sir. I'm telling you principally that those who are still in the house, Obi is not PDP. Obi is neighbor. Don't count Obi. I'm talking those who are still in the party. The 5 governors that work against their party, against their home now. You are in your house, 10-room apartment. One of you puts fire in one room. Another one put fire in another room. 3rd room. And your father is now running. Hey, when you are here, the one putting fire in one of the rooms, how will the house be safe? The house cannot be safe. So if those 5 governors had remained, even if at all APC will beat, there's no way APC will have defeated PDP. So it is the stupidity of Atiku that does it sound reasonable to Atiku that when Fulani left 8 years, he wants to come back. We have over 350 ethnic languages.
So we need to give other people chance to talk. We have our reviewers here, other reviewers here. and it's about to rain. Though I think the umbrella needs to be out now. The umbrella needs to be out now.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
All right,
Good
thank you.
morning.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
yeah. Good morning. It's been a while. What has been happening? What has been going on?
It's you that has been waiting. You are the uncle.
Well, presently, you know what is going on. Fubara Wike.
Yes.
How would you describe the whole issue? Yesterday, Fubara visited Aso Rock. The president also waded into the matter. Apart from the president, the PDP governors also, talked to them, told them to settle because of the state. How would you describe the whole situation? Godfather and the son. He installed him. That's what Nigerians are saying. And some are saying it's too early for them to have this feud.
Unfortunately, we have to deal with this subject of godfatherism again. Godfatherism taken too far. I want to call it. It's what we are dealing again in Rivers State. And for me, I think it is another unfortunate chapter in our nation. Fubara is the governor of that state, and I don't think there should be any need for undue interference. Much as I know that people will have to support you to become whatever in politics, but I believe that after people emerge, after the elections, people should go straight into governance. But unfortunately, we see that most of the godfather begin to place demands, allegedly in this particular case now, that will become overbearing for the incumbent, for the sitting governor, which will make them have friction at the end of the day. So, much as I don't like referring to speakers before me, but I was surprised when the last speaker talked about the fact that whatever agreements that you've had with your godfather, you just have to. I mean, when the interest is no longer the interest of the state, and I think any reasonable person should be worried over that. When the interest is becoming selfish, just as you pointed out the other time, that what of it the interest is selfish, and I'm also surprised that the definition of democracy is not being taken out of the people. You try to bring him back to that people, but he's taking it back to the fact that it's about your interest. The definition of your interest is what now? Is it not supposed to be the interest of the people that you carry in your heart, that you have as a vision? Should that not be what is driving you to seek for political office? You can see that they have redefined democracy to be a selfish kind of interest,
The personal thing.
personal interests. And that is why you see all this friction. It's not about the people of Rivers. It's not about having a better life for the people of Rivers, but for selfish interests. It is being alleged that certain demands are being placed on Fubara, and that is what is causing some of this friction. Allegedly so, we must admit. But these are some of the things we see. If you remember even the case of Ambode here in Lagos a couple of years ago, if you remember, Michael, you were smiling.
Yeah.
The scene, one of the very
Why are you
scene,
also smiling?
one of the very scene of Ambode
Okay.
was that he's not playing politics. He's not playing politics with the leaders of the party. And if you go deep into that, you'll be surprised that he's not throwing money to the leaders of the party. Was that definition of playing politics? It is very sad, and we must condemn it as a people. That politics or democracy should not be redefined as a selfish venture, but the interest of the people should be paramount in the mind of every leader.
All right, moving on to another story. Thank you so much, Michael. We have on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Senate launches fresh probe into Naira redesign. This was raised by one of the senators in the House, Adams Oshiomhole, that's the APC senator. And he has said that the House should go into investigation, on the Naira redesign, the crisis surrounding it, the money spent, the troubles, Nigerians faced at that point in time. Do you think this is a good move? This is another problem for Emefiele.
If you ask me, I'm not too impressed about proofs in this country. From antecedents, you see people set up panels, set up groups, reports will be submitted, and all you are going to see is that report will be confined into the dustbin of history. And so I am not too. I want to be cautious in my optimism when it comes to setting up groups, setting up panels to do what. Most of the time, the outcomes of these panels are just thrown away, and you just end up wasting people's time and resources in engaging in those kind of groups. So if the outcome will be anything to go by, if recommendations will be implemented, fine. But if it's not, they should stop all this probe and just face governance and move forward and drive this country forward rather than wasting time in digging the past, and at the end of the day you do nothing about it. And that's not how to build decent societies. When you set up probe panels, when recommendations are being given, they should be implemented. Those recommendations that you feel should be implemented. And if there are people that are culpable in the course of that group, they should be sanctioned. It must be seen to be done. That is what will deter others that intend to go into such evil ventures and all of that. So it's not just about setting up group. We must be serious in terms of implementing the recommendations.
Okay, lastly, before I let you go, the president yesterday openly stopped his son from attending the federal executive meeting. How do you feel about this?
I'm very excited when I watched that video last night. It's a commendable one that President Tinubu can openly, and we must commend that. He could have addressed that issue at the background without anybody knowing that he addressed it. For him to openly mention it before the media that his son has no business at the federal executive meeting is a commendable one. I salute his courage for that. Sheikh Tinubu has no business, just as his father has said. We are also re-emphasizing that he has no business in that meeting. He's there as who now? Is there as who? That should be the question.
As the prince.
People should not. People don't understand where to draw the line. People don't understand that there are boundaries. Even when you are in power, you are in federal executive council meeting as who now, representing what constituency. So I want to commend again the president for that open correction. And I think I salute him for it.
Michael, thank you so much. That was a brilliant analysis from you. All right, thank you so much. Oh, Charles, I thought David was, Kunle was. Good morning to you, Charles. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Happy New Month.
Yeah.
Happy New Month to all our
Did I
listeners.
tell the viewers
All
Happy New
our
Month?
listeners.
Oh, did I say that? I'm so sorry, viewers
Happy New
across the
Month.
globe.
Yes.
Happy New Month to you.
This month will be the best new month for everybody.
Some of the viewers have not crossed into the new month.
Yes, it's true.
Some of them have not crossed. And for those that have crossed.
Happy New Month to almost everybody.
All right, it's a crossover season. We are saying Happy New Month to all the viewers watching us right now and the ones that will be joining us later. Happy New Month to all our esteemed viewers. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of this program. Please subscribe on our sister channel, Flip TV Plus, and you can do us a favor by sharing this video. Very, very important. Share the videos. You're already commenting. We appreciate you for that. And on Facebook, you can join us at our Facebook handle, Flip TV NG, right? Flip TV NG on Facebook. You can also join or contribute on the program by clicking on the link at the comment section. Please drop the link there. Thank you so much. Charles, you're welcome on board.
Thank you, sir.
All right, the PDP governors are really excited on the move of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to solve the feud or rift between the incumbent governor of Rivers State, Fubara, and the ex-governor, Jeso Wike. Would you call this a good move by the president? And would you describe the president's, or would you call the president a nationalist with this move? And did we witness this in the last administration? I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. I mean, this urgent move, to avert that crisis in that state.
Once again, Bro Michael, thank you for the question, and all our viewers, good morning. It's a good move. It's a welcome development because the last administration that's nothing like this. We never experienced a good move like this. Remember, we're talking about PDP and APC. Tinubu is an APC member, and what is happening there in Rivers State is the governorship flag bearer happens to be a man from PDP, right? Faburas. Well, it's a very, very good move by Mr. President. I commend him on that. That is why sometimes I said something here yesterday. There's always a difference between Tinubu and Buhari. Buhari is a kind of somebody that you will talk. He will not even come out and say anything. But you look at the few days that we just, the little time that we have enough, the affair him at the president of Nigeria, he has been able to come out and say one or two things to Nigerians like, this is a crisis. It's not easy. Wike should be very, very careful the way. I said it here yesterday. Somebody was asking me, do I really know whether it's Wike? Thank God, everything is now open. That Wike is actually the culprit behind whatever that is happening in Rivers State. You cannot make yourself Lord and God over people that you know. Yes, we believe, we actually know that in politics that some people have to play an important role for you to be there. But that doesn't mean that those people should be there in your life forever in giving you an advice that you think that is not meaningful to yourself. When you look at what happened, Wike wanted to bring in the speaker himself to become the governor of that particular state as it stands now. But, okay, look at what is happening. About 24 hours have been given to the commissioner of police there. The heads, as in what am I called? The big boys in Port Harcourt have given the commissioner of police 24 hours for him to be removed from that particular city, because a governor cannot be coming and you are there shooting gun. Meanwhile, you know that this is the person that you have been serving to protect even the life of the citizen, and you are shooting gun at the scene where the governor is. So definitely, whatever that is going on in Rivers State is a welcome development for an eye-opener to almost all the political parties in Nigeria, for them to know that you cannot continue to feel that you're going to be the Lord, the warehouse and everything about you. Everybody should depend, both on adverts and everything. Everybody should come and depend on you. Wike should have known that he was one time the state commissioner for states. Minister for states Goodluck Jonathan, and he became the governor for almost 8 years. And now you are the minister. What else are you fighting for? Allow this young man. This is just barely 4 months at the office, and you are there fighting a man that is still there, that has not even sat himself down to know how to even set his government. So Wike should be very, very careful. I was telling somebody that Wike is somebody that loves attention so much. He's very, very careful because nobody is happy. Thank God. Bola Tinubu, in his wisdom, God has given him the wisdom for him to know that these things should not be like that. Wike is a two-faced man. They should be very, very careful with that kind of human being, because I don't even trust him that much. You don't know whether he's a PDP member. You don't know whether he's even under APC. So they should be very, very careful. I commend Bola as well to Tinubu for that move. It's a welcome development. Kudos to him.
All right, it's a welcome development. Kudos to him. And on the fresh launch on the right, I'm talking about the probe on Naira redesign by the House. How do you feel about it?
Well,
do you welcome the idea?
My brother, I don't think. I don't think there's anything much to be very, very much excited with the panel.
So the House forget about it?
Do you know that most of these houses that call themselves senators or House of Representatives, they are not using panel to siphon our public funds. You will find out that what is the difference between a thief I'm a public, I'm a person of public fund. What is the difference? So we should stop speaking this big grammar in such a way that these people are thieves. You know that this person stole the money. Bring him and, but what's the problem we are having in Nigeria is that you will call yourself that you want to reaffirm, put a panel together. And that little panel you want to bring in, let's assume that it's going to be like 5 panels. How many millions of naira will be spent on that panel? At the end of the day, there's no fruitful, no meaningful information will be yielded out on by that, what I may call the panel that they have just excited or put in place. So we are tired. These are just means of wasting money. You know that this person is stealing money. You know that even the Emefiele issue, we are tired of Emefiele issue. The panel. This is another means of siphoning public funds. So they should be very, very, we are not happy with whatever that they are saying. Sometimes they will come out and tell that their 15-man panel have been set aside. Out of that 15-man panel, you find out that you ask yourself, do you think ordinarily they are there? Every sitting they go for, a money is involved. Sitting allowances is involved. So what exactly are those panels doing? Even to the essence of bringing out the standard of information that we are meant to be given to us citizens of Nigeria. So we are not happy with whatever panel they are setting aside. They should go and sit down. The government should sit down properly and start doing things in such a way that it's going to favor the masses, because we are tired of the masses. We're tired of whatever they're saying.
All right, thank you so much. Let's quickly move down to the comment section. What's Gladys Oyabu saying? Yeah, we are creating situations for the world to see us as lawless and unpredictable people.
Exactly.
We can watch it.
Exactly. Thank you.
You are crossing into another person's lane. Concentrate on your job in Abuja FCT.
Very simple. I said it here.
I think I saw. Yeah, continue.
See, let's tell ourselves the truth. You are once the minister for state for education during Obasanjo, right? During Jonathan. Now you became the governor for 8 years. Now you are now the minister of one of the best portfolio we have, being the FCT. Whether you like it or not, it's one of the best ministerial portfolio we have in this country, being the minister of FCT. What is your problem? God have given this young man, Fabura, the opportunity to become the governor of that particular state, and you want to cross his lane. We have to be very, very careful, because it's something. It's just a picture. We are just trying to tell the whole world that we are not even ready for most of these democratic settings. We have to be very, very careful. Nobody is happy that a crisis will be going on. I have my own state. I have my own crisis in my own state to contend with. Everybody, but the crisis of Wike going in as crossing another person's leg is too much. It's getting much. You cannot make yourself the Lord and the God over
the Alpha and Omega.
Right? Wike should go and sit down, because people are watching. Are you getting me? People are watching. Even Jagaban himself should be very, very careful with somebody like Wike. I will say it and I will continue to say it time without number. You should be very, very careful with that kind of human being, because you cannot continue to cross on people's lane like that. Look at Abuja. You want to destroy the mosque that was there even before you started politics. So you should be very, very careful on how you cross people's lane. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Charles. Quickly to David. David, good morning to you, and how are you doing?
Good morning to you, Mr. Mike Adekuni, and then a very wonderful and first month to everyone.
Happy new month to you as well.
Thank you. I want to chip in something. What the first speaker said.
Okay.
He made mention about the reason why PDP lost the election in the last general election, and then he said the G5 were the major factors, right? That was what I said. Now I want to say that the major factor the PDP lost the election, it was just because of Obi. And even Obi had remained advised to Atiku, no power would have stopped them. Now, reason being that these same governors that claim to be G5, these same governors, they also vie for secretariat offices. All of them lost. The same governor that claimed that PDP lost. Okay, even if you cannot save Atiku, why can't you save yourself? Otom lost in his secretariat bid. If I ain't going lost, Makinde lost 3 of the Senate seats in the state. Makinde does not have a single senator. Makinde just only have 2 House of Rep members. Abia State lost woefully. Benue State governor lost woefully. He lost as the senator. he lost to become senator. He also lost. He even failed to even bring in on board a governor in the state. So the major factor why PDP lost the election was because Obi defected. That was the major reason. If Obi had not defected, who would have won? PDP would have won in the southeastern state of the country. That has always been the traditional state. So the major reason he lost was because Obi defected from the party, not even the governors. The governors that could not save themselves. That's the major issue. So him coming out to say blah 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 blah, I think I don't subscribe to that his opinion.
All right, there are issues raised as regards Tinubu's interference in Fubara and Wike's feud. Many of the opinions that the president did this for his own selfish interest because of the next election. If there is crisis in that state, definitely it's going to affect him in the next election. Is it true?
Tinubu is a very
You see it that way?
politics that say he is a game of interest. But I think what I Tinubu, just like I said, did it for his own personal interest because Wike has lost it all. Wike has lost. There's no two way. Wike has lost it all. The governor has now gained majority of the speaker. So if as a governor you have the majority and the speaker to your side, what else does Wike want again? So the best thing is that the president yesterday saved Wike from further embarrassment because Wike has got it all. Where is it? Look at it. Yesterday, allow the governor to give
My money for
small scale business. So I can go to school. So who is she referring to?
Protesters.
So at this point, I think this I've told people I said what happened in Rivers State can only play out in Lagos State, where Bola Tinubu has that political dynasty, whereby he has that political structure. Now, yesterday, Wike was saying that some persons said that he has been collecting 20 billion from the governor. One thing he said is that where was these people when he was fighting for Simlaye Fubara to emerge as governor? Nobody cares. You fight for him to become governor. That's all of our own business. Someone fought for you to become governor. Has Wike forgotten? I will take it back to history. President Jonathan fought for him. Single-handedly bought ticket for Wike. Amechi opposite. President Jonathan's wife bought Wike, gave him tickets. Single-handedly gave Wike tickets. If not for President Jonathan, will Wike clean the tickets? That was the reason why Amechi left the party in 2013. We all know this. So someone must bring someone on board to play politics. So if you bring someone on board to play politics, it is very understood, but not at the expense of taxpayers' money. The person will not use taxpayers' money just to please you. That one is what is uncalled for. When Wike became governor, President Jonathan did not ask Wike to bring some certain amount of money. Nobody. So Wike should allow Simlaye Fubara rule. See, if you say someone should start giving you 15% of the federal allocation, how much is now left to govern the states? I was told that, when the palliative money came, subsidy palliative money, Wike demanded for 2 billion out of that money. Jay, you won't kill the guy. How much will remain? The guy said he has been paying, I think, 5% out of this money. Fubara too is a foolish person. Now you are not the governor. You have the power, so you should try and exercise every power you have for you to nail Wike.
Which he exercised.
Which he has exercised yesterday. Thank God for the move for the new speaker has been so loyal to him, and then 26 of the lawmakers have now crossed carpet to the side of the governor. You are the governor. If they refuse to come to you, you can hold their salary. You can refuse not to pay them. Let them go and ask Oshomole. Those left Oshomole. They are crying now for 3 years. Obaseki has refused to give them their lawi of the money meant for some meant for some law meant for some lawmakers in the states. If he drew it, if he drew it, if he drew it, that is politics. That is politics. That is how that is how it ought to be. That is how it ought to be. Because if you feel you can trample on people's rights, so let the governor also exercise his own right too. Enough of all this nonsense.
All right, we have it at the comment section by you don't know. Wike will not dare mess with Tinubu. I know that in my heart. Wike will not dare mess.
Do you know that,
with
Mr. Mike?
The way he's messing with
You know that this Wike he feels he's the god. The same Wike went to Okwamo State and supported another candidate in the build-up to election. The same Wike went to Cross River State and supported another candidate against his party. So Wike feels he's God. The same Wike went to Edo State. Him and Wike and the governor now, Obaseki, they're like cat and dog now. Because Wike wanted to impose a state chairman, the PDP chairman in another state. How is that done?
Of course, you know, Wike is a strong member.
It is not. It is a strong member in the state.
And it seems he's exercising that power.
Wike is a strong member in the state. Wike is a strong member in the state. That's what the man said. See, agreement is not agreement. Not at the expense of clean people. This issue of federalism, Wike is not the only one that has installed governors.
All right, like we have it here by Udeze Chima. We are here watching soonest. We will start witnessing the war between Wike and Tinubu.
You know what Wike said yesterday? He said, where was the governor when he was fighting for him? Where was Sinai Fubala when he was fighting? You fought for your own interest. Nobody is asking you to fight. But the governor will not bring the state money just to serve you. And Wike said something yesterday. He said that every politician wants to maintain political relevance. You are a senator. Use your money to maintain political relevance. Use your own hard-earned money to maintain. I think you are a former governor. You have been paid pension. Use your pension money to maintain political relevance. Not taxpayers' money to maintain political relevance.
All right, on to the next one. Talking about
Mr. Mike, I kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for that move, for him to have come out openly to sanction his son. I want to. Sheyi is the son of the president, not the president. He should know where to cut his boundaries, put his boundaries. Last month, the same Sheyi boarded the presidential jet to watch a polo game in Kano. Sheyi is not the president. Sheyi should not be seen anywhere where decisions are being taken in the interest of Nigerians. That FEC meeting is one of the highest body decision making set of politicians, set of people that makes decisions in the country.
Like the cabinet of the president.
Why would his son be there? Is he holding any political portfolio? No. Just because he feels he is the son of the president, he can just walk into any meeting.
Is the son of the president not the president?
He's not the president.
Is the son of the king not the prince?
I'm
just asking.
No, that one is a different ballgame. Not so. Let us not link it to this. The son of the president is not the president. He cannot. That one is what he can take over from his father if it is monarchical system of government. But this one is presidential system of government. He cannot take over from his father. Election will be conducted. So Sheyi Tinubu should know when to cut the boundaries. You cannot just go to the FEC meeting, sit down there, doing what? What portfolio is he doing? So I think that will serve as deterrent to other politicians too. For this gesture, for this move, I commend the president for taking out, for him to have condemned his son. That means he can condemn anybody.
And would you call him a true democratic leader
For what?
for this.
Because he condemned his son. I'll call him democratic leader. You the one I go blow you because he condemned his son. So you're not democratic. So
I'm asking the
is that the
question
yardstick
now.
of a true democratic leader? Is that okay? Because he condemned his son now makes him a. It does not make him that. Uh,
So it's not democratic in nature.
yes, he is. Somebody that make election. Thank you for having me.
All right.
The two journalists.
All right. Thank you so much. Niyi Okule Wu. All right. You're welcome on board, Niyi.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing? Now let's start with the president putting a stop to Sheyi Tinubu from attending the fake meeting. How would you describe this move?
Well, it is absurd, discovering that Sheyi has been sneaking in and out. Though I understand that Sheyi is a child who is sort of zealous. And I don't blame him because I think that is the culture they have incorporated in the House of Villa. Alright? I mean, we wouldn't even know if the sons of Buhari and past presidents were in such play. But today we have a president who openly, embarrasses his son. Because ordinarily, you could have told his son to stay put. You could have told him right at the back door. But he decided to bring it to the fore. And he has given us a topic to chew. The soundbite, though it's an ugly observation, shouldn't be happening. Right? I mean, we've seen what happens even in USA, how Hunter Biden even go beyond his reach, in his jurisdiction. He abuses the power of first son. Hunter Biden is the son of Joe Biden. Right? As of today, Hunter Biden is facing so many, allegations of drug, money laundering and the likes. So I think it's fair for Tinubu to call his son out. There's no big deal about that. But I think, we've had this cultural decay in Nigeria, as we speak. I mean, let's go to the governors. Go to the governors, talk about their sons. Look at Adeleke. Adeleke in Osun State, period. Period takes his position as being the first one. He abuses it. He goes out even with so much impunity, and nobody questions it. So we as Nigerians must understand that we must learn to respect the office of the governor. Okay? And until we begin to take the governorship positions like your own personal corporate business. Alright? Because if you have a corporate entity, you can't call yourself a managing director of maybe Zenith Bank, for instance, and because you are the MDC of Zenith Bank, in your board meetings, you tell your son to always sneak in and sneak out. Right? You have to give him a stern warning. So I think it's a good one. But then, it's unfortunate that we just have that now.
We have a journalist, Tai was saying something weird. Tinubu could just use that to send a message across.
Of course, I know he used that to send a message across to every other person concerned. Because even went further to mention about 4 persons that he said, he gives them the permission. And he categorically said that if any other person outside these 4 guys will be in this meeting, he must have come out to call for it. Alright, so he mentioned Allah, I think Usman, one lady like that, so many other persons. He mentioned Bayo and Anuga, and 4 of them. So I think it's a stern warning. But of course, the ugly situation that we have in Nigeria, there are so many irregularities that is happening in the government house of various states. You see some people, that's where they'll stay. They will sleep and wake up there. All they do every day is song praising the government. They call themselves the song praisers. They go to hype the man. Some governor even wants that. Some governor want them to just trust them so that anytime he's going out, he wants to have that hype. Now these things they are terrible. But it's a culture that we have entertained for too long. And for the governor, for the president to come out to say it's a bold statement, but it's something that has been laid down over the years. And I think it's a good way to go. We need to stop all those irregularities.
Yeah, Wike said yesterday that he will not allow anyone hijack his political structure. That's on the crisis going on in Rivers State. And of course, the president has intervened in the matter. And He has resolved it. That's according to PDP governors. The president has resolved it, and they've thanked the president for intervening. But was Fubara trying to, hijack River State from Wike?
Well, first of all, let me start with the president. It behoves on the president to ensure that there is no breakdown in law and order in any state. Okay? The president understands that if he doesn't wade in as soon as possible, one of his cash cow to the economy would face the highest level of insecurity. As far as we are concerned, River State is a massive cash cow to the economic prosperity of this nation. River State gives us a lot of money. Rivers, Delta, and the likes. And he saw that this misunderstanding between the Queries and the jobs can lead to a serious bloodshed. Innocent people will die, economic activities will be shut down. So he decided to call them. Told them, you guys should solve your differences amicably. In response to that, Wike said that the PDP are resolving their matter. And we saw yesterday the PDP governors also came out to commend the president for intervening immediately. Yes, it is tenable to say that this could be because of political interest of Ashwagi. But I will not put that above his duty as a president. The duty of the president is to intervene, to nip anything at the bud. He saw that if he doesn't intervene in this level of fracas, it will lead to a serious outburst. And you start seeing different militias, people being killed. As of yesterday, the youth leader went to, they went to ransack the speaker's house. They even went there to tell him to vacate. So the president has done something good on that front. So it is now left for Wike and Fubara to find a lasting solution. Now, going back to the issue of aligning Fubara to it. Fubara, like I said yesterday, Fubara was never at any point in time placed on a duress to go into an agreement. There was a video I saw where Wike was saying that he bought all the forms for all the political appointees and even executives down to the legislator. He said he bought down to the senators that he paid for the forms. Yes, though he could have used the state money, but it was under his instruction that this was implemented. And at that time, I saw the job people, I saw the Query people, I saw every other ethnic fraction clapping for Wike because this was a town hall meeting. And Wike, who talks loud, he never hide it. He told them that I bought form for Fubara. Fubara cannot come out and say that he bought the governorship election form for himself. He bought it for the House of Rep, he bought it for the legislators, he bought form for the senators. Wike himself was ensured that all the senators voted for Akpabio. He ensured that all the senators voted for, so does Wike deserve a reward for his labor? Of course, yes. Now, is it moral? I think you can keep that aside. Nigerian politics has not gone a moral person. He wouldn't have gone into such deal. All right? Now, who are the people sold out in this? The losers in this are the votes, are the people. The people who are supporting Fubara today, Fubara will sell them out tomorrow. Because he sold them down yesterday. He's only shifting the ground because his own interest is being threatened. As simple as that. He doesn't care about the people. Because if he cares about the people, when he wasn't under duress, he wouldn't have gone into that. But because he needed to be in that position, he needed the power. What he did was he sold the people out. So he got to that position today. And people are now saying, he's not doing anything right. If he wants to actually do something right, what he should do is what? Come out, expose Wike, and he himself, he should resign. But we know that is a dream in Nigerian politics. Nobody will do that. Anybody who wants to support Fubara will ask him to go out there, confess the agreement he had with Wike, and resign. But nobody will do that. Fubara cannot deny he did not have an agreement. And Wike has not denied the fact that he didn't have an agreement with Fubara. As a matter of fact, as a matter of evidence, it was saying that Wike said that he was the one that bought Fubara. the form. He was the one that bought form for all the senators. You understand? So they need to go and resolve their differences
And is that
maturely.
right?
Listen, when you are listen, you are asking me a moral question. I have told you that Nigerian politics has not gotten to that level. Until you start having electronic voting system, forget about morality. For as long as you have manual collation, forget about morality, my brother.
Okay, you
We the
have.
people are not ready.
We have Udeze
We are
Chima
not ready.
asking you this question.
Okay, throw it at me. Let me hear.
Niyi, is Rivers State now a private business or property of Wiki?
The question you should ask yourself is: the voters, were they incentivized? Were they motivated? Did they collect money? Did they, you, the electorate, you collect money? Forget about morality. Get the fuck out. You, pardon my language. A day that I go out, I want to vote. Maybe we are 10. 6 of us, majority collected, whether not 10 naira to vote. You don't come out to justify.
So you sold your rights.
You have. I have never for once said that River State belongs to Wike. I am only saying the reality as it is in Nigeria. As of today, the morality in Nigeria is dead on arrival. Until we Nigerians, we understand that we must hold our National Assembly responsible. You know, I'm always saying this thing, but I don't see people support me. People don't seem to understand. Look at Ashiwaju now. They want to spend. There's a capital expense. They want in the supplementary budget. They are spending around, I think is it about 20 billion to buy vehicles, to renovate, presidential villa, to do so many other things, and go for the vice president and the likes. They have submitted this to the National Assembly. If we the people will know what we are doing, as of today, you see that labor union will come out. Just wait. You see that Jajero will come out and open that stinking mouth. To say, no, the president cannot use this amount of money. The president is not the problem. Go and meet the National Assembly. If you like, make president or say 100 billion buy house. They will
sign it.
The gatekeeper will say, Oga, this neighbor, they don't allow me rest. You cannot do this, Oga, you cannot do this. But we will not. We will focus on who are we focusing on? The executive. You could see the little pressure we gave them. The National Assembly guys, they came out, they said, don't leave us alone, please. We are supposed to apply more pressure. I will repeat it over. I said, if you have an effective legislative arm, the executive is a stool. I know why I'm saying that. Because everything the executive wants to do, he would go and give it to his who? And finalize or they can either say yes or no. But we don't hold them responsible. We see them as inconsequential. If the president was that almighty, he won't be selling his bills to the Senate. But we don't hold them accountable. So the president will become the most powerful person in the country. Why is labor union not crying? See, look at Nigerians are crying about the 160 million SUV. Labor union don't talk one thing they don't talk. And they will tell me that they are fighting for my own rights. They are fighting for our cause. I have told you the best people that will galvanize us to start this fight against the inadequacies of the government as a whole is the labor union. But the labor union, they are measuring on minors. Leave the executive. Focus on that list. Every senator is in every sector of this economy. You have a senator as an head supervising every sector of the economy, down from top to bottom. You can see that they said they want to call the CBN to come and narrate dollar. They said that they want to call the humanitarian affairs. They said that they want to call the humanitarian affairs minister to come and explain how she will be spending the palliative. It simply tell you that senator has an hand in everything. You understand? So we must, as people, until we see that election, for as long as we have manual collation, forget about morality.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
All right, thank you so much. Niyi, we have Matthew on board. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Amaka Abikule.
Welcome, Matthew Oluku. And we have a question from one of our viewers on the platform here, the comment section. CCT or something like that. Is Wike not in charge of Abuja now? Why is he interfering in Rivers State affairs? The answer, oil money. The answer, maybe it's oil money or something like that. Now, what do you have to say about the question this man dropped?
I think Wike by now should stop living under the illusion that he's still the governor of Rivers State. For me, he should face the reality. But Wike is still living under the illusion that he's still the Rivers State governor. Whereas the governor, another governor is there. Because it beats all imagination to say why when people start to justify an agreement between a private citizen and a city governor over the resources of the state. It may be justifiable to say Fubara entered into agreement with Wike to say my salary, my allowances will take SY percentage, not the resources of the state. Though whatever the agreement may be, still in the realm of speculation, it has not been confirmed. There are so many unconfirmed reports, news making the round. But I think if there is anything that has to do with agreement, it cannot be centered on the resources of the state. We have heard allegation of 25%. We have allegation of somebody asking for 25%, being offered at 10%. We have had allegation of somebody asking of 2 billion out of 5 billion palliative. All I'm saying is, whatever agreement you enter with an individual should have been based on his personal earning as a governor. That is one hand. If you enter into agreement with somebody, whether in Rivers State, in Delta State, in Kano State, anywhere for that matter, on the basis of resources of the state, for me, that agreement is on a faulty foundation and it cannot stand.
All right, moving on to another one. The president yesterday barred his son from attending the FEC meeting. And many Nigerians are hailing the president for moving against this. How do you feel about it?
The president did not specifically mention his son, but he said if you are not giving clearance going forward, don't enter. It was a stern warning. He even admonished people who were campaigning on calumny against the chief of staff, Badamia. You look as if all the allegations against Badamia was forced from what came out from this president, because according to him, he tacitly admitted that he committed those mistakes as against the allegation leveled against his chief of staff. So he now asked that all campaign of calumny against the chief of staff should stop, that they have implicit confidence in the ability of his chief of staff. Then on whether he barred his son, I don't know, he talked before now, whether the son used to go to FEC meeting. But I understand that it was like a blanket of statement that if you have not gotten clearance, you cannot come to FEC meeting. But I think it's a welcome development because there should be a regulation guiding such meeting. It's not something that every Nikahari should be attending. You understand that the essence the constitution say you must have at least one minister from each state to ensure that at the level of FEC meeting, every state is represented.
But is the son a minister?
I am not picking the son.
No, I'm just asking.
That's why I said it was a blanket of statement from what I read.
He was there. That's what I'm asking. Is he a minister?
No,
because
you
just said
not a minister. The son is just the son, and
does he have the right to attend that meeting?
I don't know whether he used to attend before now. But the statement that came from Mr. Clearance don't come into effect. But go by virtue of Nigerian system, if this one wants to come in, I don't see that security personnel that can stop the son. Because here impunity reigns. Abnormality is a norm. We see it in every strata of society, in every arm of government. So if you have decided as a person to say yes, his son should henceforth desist from attending, I think you're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Quickly to Raphael. You're welcome on board.
Yeah. Highly esteemed viewers, good morning, everybody.
All right, Raphael, happy new month to you.
Same to you.
Tinubu waits in. Wike Fubara meets great in Abuja. I think the president has been able to do justice to
Local
it.
peace for them.
Yeah. So, how do you feel?
I feel sorry, so sorry. I feel so ashamed, of the whole system because what I was even asking myself is how could he just front somebody in a democratic session, a democratic setup, to represent you? That's on appointment instead of based on election. Governative election in Imo, in our River State, Wike hijacked it. Wike appointed Fubara. Fubara is an Ejo-born governor of River State. He's from Ejo axis. So the election there was based on handpick. Wike picked him and made him governor. To me, it is wrong. So, and you know what follows when somebody fronts you successfully like that? You are going to pay back either by your blood or from the resources of the state. So that's what is playing out. Wike is asking for let me say compensation. Wike is asking for 25% of allocation that goes to River State. I didn't understand. And there is no law, no rule guiding that when you front me or handpick me to be your successor. I didn't understand. Yeah, to succeed you, I should pay you so amount.
Or if there is an agreement between
No, if there is even an agreement, it's illegal agreement. Because the resources of the state is for the state. The resources of the state should not be gambled with. If you say, let's have an agreement and let's follow or seal that agreement, it means the allocation of the states in question is on the line here. The allocation that goes for River State is for the facilities, the infrastructures, for the development of the state. So Wike is asking for bigger chunk, very big chunk of the allocation that goes to River State. Is it right? Even, let me tell you, Tinubu himself, if you ask me, I will tell you that he doesn't know what he's doing because that is it's not a matter to deliberate on. You shouldn't ask for any percentage of allocation that goes to any state of the Federation of Nigeria. If Tinubu himself is the right person, if he's doing the right thing, he would have asked Wike, are you out of your mind? Wike should be probed. No, I'm being sincere. Wike should be probed. Why were asking the governor at this time, point in time? The governor is still too young. His tenure is too young to start bribing somebody, his godfather. It is only in Nigeria that we have this godfatherism of a thing because I knew that Obama played an important role during the election that brought Joe Biden in. And we've not ever heard that Obama demanded for HP pencil as a compensation from Joe Biden. What happened in America was an election. And the side Obama supported won. And Obama have not been seen as somebody that is fighting Joe Biden to give him money that belongs to the whole state. Say, I stood by you. It is, to me, to Americans, it will sound so strange. It's just like embarking on a suicide mission. Because they will kill you. You can't play with American resources that is meant for the federal. I don't see it playing out in China. You can't play with public fund in China, any province in China. If you play with the public fund, they do what? They should tie you on the stake and kill you. So Wike is a madman. I'm sorry to say this, because he behaves like a madman. It's an issue that is not supposed to escalate to public notice. The public shouldn't notice it. You have godfatherism in the north, there's a way they do their own there. You won't hear it. How could this Igbo Ikwere man, Wike, not control his excesses? His excesses, politically and otherwise, is getting out of control. Too much of everything is bad, Mike. Wike should be cautioned by the so-called Tinubu. But if Tinubu mediates between two of them, it means he's going to favor Wike. Ask me why. Tinubu himself, for over 24 years now, is playing the same role Wike is trying to play in Imo State. Truth be told, Tinubu has been the godfather of each and every governor that comes and goes in Lagos State. It shouldn't be the right person to intervene. It should be God to intervene, so that both the governor and Wike should get the justice two of them requires. Now listen to me. If Tinubu go and mediate between the two, Tinubu is going to favor the angle that is asking for godfatherism, what? Incentives. Financial incentives. Do you know how much Lagos State public fund that is going into Alpha Beta account every month? So now Wike is demanding for his own. And the job-born governor says no. Yes. That's it. That is for them there. But Tinubu shouldn't be the person that should meddle in this matter, because Tinubu is a man that brings about godfatherism in the southwestern Nigeria and is working well in Lagos State. Because the so-called governors, past and present, are so gullible and docile. They don't resist him. It was only Ambode that resisted godfatherism role in Lagos State, and it paid so bitterly back to him. That's why he could not come second term. The people that are usurping and eating Lagos State public fund, they threw him out. And we can see what the current governor is doing, because he's playing his role. He's paying well. He's a jackpot for the so-called owner president. Let me put it that way.
All right, Raphael, away from that.
Give me another
we saw
question,
a situation where the flood that ravaged Ogun's communities. Ogun State. That was the Oyon Dam.
Okay.
That was open.
Oyon Dam.
That was last week.
I saw it.
You saw a situation where...
No, I've seen the situation, and it is an eyesore, and I cried over that. Do you know why? The Ogun State government is not working. From Ibidaku, from that Amosu, even when Chegu, the PDP governor, I think he's still alive. Oshoba, what is that his name? The one that was there during
Oshoba.
Thank you. He was doing some work that time, but on getting to Sango axis, Adodo, and all those Idrek, South and this, you will find out that he's not getting it right. But the man concentrated on Abeokuta. You listen to me. I went to Kilowo, where OGBC FM was. The man tried. I don't see so much rusted zinc anymore at that GRA axis. The man is working there. It's just like GRA, how every GRA could be. But this one where they wear big cap, will be like Amosu, meaning witchcraft in Igbo land. Let me interpret it for you. Amosu Yoruba, witchcraft. That is big cap. That Amosu. Ogun State infrastructure started going down drain. So what happened is that there wasn't good water channel. Bad drainage system is what is worrying Ogun State currently. If you want to know what I'm saying, if you are going to Ibadan, Lagos Ibadan Express, you will see all the link roads into Ogun State. You will cry. Poto swamp. Nothing to write home about. So, Ogidon, Abi, Eyon Dam, whatever, disaster is something that I believe is inevitable. If Ogun State Ministry of Works are doing their best. The governor is just the most handsome governor in the whole federation. But the man is doing nothing. Elei, as Tinubu call him Elei, that is Elei. The man is Elei. Elei is not doing anything. Mr. Elei, it's not working. Ogun State is thinking with poverty. Is it good? The most industrialized state in the southwestern Nigeria. Almost how many industries you can talk about in Nigeria? The whole distilleries in Nigeria, distilleries company, are situated in Sango Ota. And the other plastic companies we can talk about, James Plastic Company, and many thousands of them are situated in Sango Ota. Pharmaceutical companies. I didn't understand. Because it's an industrialized state, you should have at least do like this. Zero tolerance, emergency on the road. Infrastructure. Make sure that the whole road links are well graded third. They go to Ogun State. I cried when we took my friend Landry home. That was 2021. No, 2021, yes. Landry died 2021. We went to Mowe, Mike, where this guy was building his house. Off Ibadan Express. I was on the Okada. The Okada man leg was on the tank. My leg, 2 legs was on the engine. Poto, red sand, poto. To where this guy was building his house, you won't know that you are in Nigeria. The so-called Nigeria that is running their mouth. Nigeria is African giant. Ogun State is more or less Nzam, the farmland community in Anambra State. Today, you can compare Nzam, Ogun State. If you see what Obi are not the like of Obi did in Anambra State. The worst place in Anambra is what I mentioned in Nzam, where we farm the farming land of Anambra. Poto, you can't see it today. The whole Ogun State is like former Nzam I used to know in 1970s. What are these governors doing? Why are they this paranoid? Why are these Ogun State governors this incurable? It is not good. They want that state to die. This is where Wole Soyinka come from. The same Wole Soyinka that is growing big afro white. And they talk nonsense about obedience in this country. It's from Ogun State. The so-called my Baba where I love. Not Baba. That man that went to school well now. Taye Solare is from there. The former managing director of People's Bank, I think, Nigerian People's Bank or National Bank of Nigeria, that did well. He resigned when he saw that obviously the system is not good. That was during Babangida regime, 90s, is Ogun State. Ikene, from where Baba Awolowo come from, is in Ogun State. Owu is in Ogun State. The place where our Matthew Obasanjo came from is in Ogun State. It's in Ogun State. The place where, what is this, the name of this vice president that was just following Buhari like Mugu? What is that his name? Ochibanjo is from Ogun State. A son. He wrote Lagos State Constitution. He is so Attorney General of Lagos State. He is from Ogun State. The so-called Speaker of House of Assembly during Jonathan regime, 2010 to 2015. His name is that young man now. Bankole is from Ogun State. See their roads. On getting to Alakuko, Abule Ogun State hotel, that Gateway Hotel. To Abeokuta, Oga, you better board or buy canoe so that Sango axis will allow you because it is not motorable. It's Ogun State. The most industrialized city in Nigeria is Sangota. It's in Ogun State. The Bidakwa could not do that road. Amosu could not do that road. The old governors, if elected, they will turn their back. To the people that suffered on the sun, they won't give them the dividend of democracy. Why is Ogun State so neglected? I weep for that state. Ogun State, you should come up and defend yourself. Why are you growing frail and feeble? As if you are grudgingly fed by the so-called people, politicians that represent you, both in diaspora and Nigeria. Ogun State, rise and fight for your right. I believe that the land of Ogun State has its rights to naturally rise against its foes. Who are the foes of Ogun State? The governors, the commissioners, the ministers, the so-called our leaders, both present and past, that are from that state. They don't want to do something for that state. See, it's a catastrophe. If we go from the axis of Lambe, Agbado Crossing, Ijoko, you will win. Now,
currently there is panic over fresh flooding in the state, and we hope the government, try as much as possible to rescue the citizens of
Ogun State. They are not doing anything.
Thank you so much.
Mike, they are not doing, that governor is not doing anything. The governor is not Ibidakpo. It's just fine. Cow is Afon, his Biabia here. Why? Fine. This one.
Abiodun,
okay. Abiodun is a man that likes all one bed party. All one bed. Because his vice, deputy, is a woman. Two of them. Before you know it, you're going to hear for Jebuode. All one bed. Ogun State, all one bed. Rise up and fight for yourself. Now they go do one, but now they go do work for that state.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Kunle, how you doing?
Yeah,
Happy
I'm
New
okay.
Month.
Yeah. I keep saying, don't turn this your platform to a junkie platform. I keep saying it. You have to be moderating people here. Mike, I'm saying it, and I'm saying it for free, without any fear, without any. There must be moderations, right? And we've been talking of fake news. No fact check on what people are sending out here. No fact check. When you say nothing good in Ogun State, I'm not from Ogun State, but the character that saying Ogun State, Anambra is washed up with erosion. Anambra cannot even stand a small space in Ogun State. So to me, there should be check and balances. At least as a journalist, you've been to Ogun State, there must be what is, because we need to be informing ourselves. I have to say that. We need to be informing ourselves. I think I have to rest my case on that level because we're not here to start behaving as, as unwell-trained person. We are not area boys. Each and every one of us pass through parental tutor at home. So we are not gutter boys that come to the streets and start, we need to be educating ourselves through our conversation.
All right, Kunle, let's move down to what we have here. The feud between Fubara and Wike. How do you see it? The president took a step, I call it a bold step, to resolve the crisis in that state.
It's not to me. The crisis, I care less for the crisis because it's not a new thing to me. It's not a new thing, and it's not a new thing to the country. It's just that they just expose themselves openly on this their own. It has been what has been in existence right from the presidency down to all of them are culpable. Any governor that comes into power, he will want to look for a successor that will be loyal to him and he will now support his election, campaign for him, and he will now cover his ass. Maybe there's a case, you will have to cover, the successor have to cover the predecessor ass, So to me, it's not a strange thing. What Wike and Fubara, it's just that they took their own too far to expose themselves. All the governors, that's what they do. When governor, imagine any governor going out now to look for his successor. I trusted that who needs to come from his domain, that he can read his lips, he can understand very much, they will now be preparing him for that seat. And when he gets to that seat, all the atrocity, all the cases, corruption cases, now he has to cover his predecessor. So to me, it's not strange in our political terrain. It's not strange. Even president, you could remember the other time in Baba Obasanjo, wanted somebody that would succeed. Atiku was thinking it was him. Everybody was thinking, Oyodele was thinking it was him. It's going to be him. And Ogbori too was thinking, okay, it's going to be him. Where did Baba go to? Baba went to Musa Yar'Adua and anointed Musa Yar'Adua that he will be my successor. And why? Because there has been bonds between him and his brother. That's Baba Obasanjo, that's President Obasanjo, former President Obasanjo, and Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, that is senior brother to Musa Yar'Adua. So it's more or less, it's a common phenomenon in Nigerian politics here. As one is going, he's bringing his cronies to come and succeed him so that he can cover his atrocities. That's just simple.
All right, what advice would you give to Wike at this point in time?
What advice I will give to Wike and I will give to Fubara? Fubara himself is culpable. Because for you to be saying you cannot give 25%,
you give 10%. The giver of the bribe and the receiver of the bribe, they are culpable. The two of them should be questioned. For is this for the rivers money that you people want to start sharing? I mean, if you say I don't have anything to give, the money is for rivers people. That's when I know Fubara is coming clean. But when you're saying you have 10% to give, 10% of what? Which business you are doing? You're talking of 10%. I mean, that's when to know that the Nigerian states has turned to a pool of cash that people are just dipping their hand into it and do anything they like with it. There's no control, there's no regulation, there's no working constitution that can put everybody on their toes.
All right, do you support the Senate launching a probe into Naira redesign?
Naira redesign of Emefiele.
Yeah.
It's coming too late. They should allow that guy to rest. At least they've done enough of damages to him, and he has learned his lesson. They should now be focusing on the current CBN governor, so that he will not derail likewise the way Emefiele derailed. And mind you, if they start that probe again now, I'm sure it will be a fruitless probe, because what Obasi is more or less like an investigative accountant. He went round and he has reported his findings. So what else did National Assembly, what white goose chase does National Assembly want to embark on? Because I believe what Obasi, because it was the government, it was the president that hired Obasi, we get all the information for us and put it on a blueprint paper for us to know the atrocity committed, the money they siphon, the money the round trip. That's the dollars round tripping that happens under Emefiele. And it's not even only Emefiele that's supposed to be picked. There's still some people. And you know the case affected Bawa too. The same Bawa.
From IFCC.
Chairman. So there are a lot of them. They shouldn't just make Emefiele alone a scapegoat. And back to the saddest news or the saddest reporting I saw yesterday, 13.3 trillion naira that's been spent on renovation of the refinery, turnaround maintenance of the refinery, and nothing has turned around. For years, I'm still interested in that. I think the Nigerians are sensible, Nigerian youth are sensible and are not illiterate, because to me, I count us as we are illiterate youth.
You support an investigation into that?
Yes, we ought to raise that.
Let them unravel.
Who are the people that hate our money? Monkey know they chop. Monkey know they walk. Me babu they chop. Who are the people? They are not ghosts that swallow 13.3 trillion naira.
What have they been maintaining?
Yes. It's so sad and it's so crazy. It's so sad for people to be hearing this in a country that is proud of Africa, that is a proud of African continent, in a country that is just supposed to be a figurehead to other African countries. And look at the mess we are into. And I was riding with a woman the other time. I said, Madam, who caused this country? Who lay spell of this country? Because what? Everything you have it in abundance. You are now going hand begging outside to loan. Why? And the corrupt aspect of it now is the NEPA, the power holding, or what they call themselves. I think I have to launch my own private investigation and launch my own protest in their office as I'm going now. Prepared that they issued out. Now there was a signal they sent now that we should come and reactivate the payment of the prepaid. And we paid for they did not give us prepaid free. We paid for the prepaid before they can even, assemble that prepaid meter and hang it on the wall of our house now. But now they brought one crazy bill, 380,000 naira, in which I want to know how they come about that money. Is it your staffs that are collecting money for that prepaid that did not remit it? And that is why Adebayo, what's the minister of that power now? Adebayo, something Adebayo, or what's it? I want the minister of power to listen and to go back to the drawing table to try and eliminate corruption that is still in the power sector. And that's why the power sector has not grown up to the maximum we want it to grow. Bayo, Mr. Bayo, I'm calling on you now. Do the needful and check on your staffs in that Ministry of Power. There's a lot of corruption going on there, and it's paining. The corruption now is affecting the masses on the because we don't have any source where we're getting the money from. We hustle for the money, and we still now have to be paying a civil servant that is sitting down there in the NEPA office and swallowing our money, sharing our money. Bayo Adelabu, yeah, Mr. Bayo Adelabu. I have to call him out this morning. That ministry he is now is a sinking, rotten, corrupt ministry. That's the NEPA I'm telling you. And I fear nobody to say that.
And with the outcries of people over flooding in Ogun State and bad roads, what advice would you give to the government of that state?
Yeah, the advice I would give is they should change all those humanitarian service staffs because they know what is going on. When Cameroon, they always want to open their dam, right? They will inform us like 2 or 3 months or 5 months ahead that we are going to open so dam in Cameroon, and you people should be prepared and be at alert. But Nigeria is, when crisis don't happen, they wait until the crisis happens so that they can benefit from the crisis. You know, they wait on the crisis happen so that they can benefit, because there's always a fund for humanitarian disasters. They always allocate somewhere. Yes, relief material. There's always a budget for it in the federal, what's it called, budget. But they will always, because if such thing doesn't happen, they will not be able to hit. They will not be able to siphon money. That's another, pipe they use to siphon money. Because if they have been proactive, all these things will not be escalated to this extent. But they will not want to be proactive so that the damages will be done. So they will now consult them. Oh yeah, go and buy a mattress, take them to IDP camp. That is when you see all these civil servants. That is their channel. Pipe, drain pipe they use to drain our economy, drain our this. So the labor has no mouth again in this country. Labor union, labor congress, they have no mouth in this country again. Everywhere now is even what is it called you saying now? Is Lagos you're talking of? Go to other states. They mark like 6 or 7 or 15 states. There's Edo there. Lucky town country. There's what's it called? Anambra. There's Ogun State. There's Bayelsa. Bayelsa own is the worst. It's the worst. Bayelsa own is the worst. Osun has a very. Osun is not close to any sea. Osun has no water disaster. No, I have to say that Osun has no. If he has a disaster, I don't hide my feelings. I will tell my governor what is he doing. The 100 billion he took to Osun now, he should use it for that drainage wisely. But there's no drain. There's no water. Can build your own fact check. Call anybody you know that's been to Osun.
in Nigeria now. Nigeria is the lion of the forest. When they show, when they say, some very country capable of yes, please, that's calmness now important. Because the lion of anything. Sense is more than power, it's more than money. Sense, that is why I say knowledge. Solomon acquire
Wisdom.
Wisdom. But wisdom
Is the principal thing.
is the main principle thing. That
And
wisdom
it is profitable to
it is
direct.
profitable more than trillions. So Nigerians must maintain and let wisdom perfect in their brain and let us move forward.
All right, I think we have some viewers telling us to drop the link. Can we have the call line open? It's open, okay. If you want to join the program, please you can click on the link at the comment section. We have a link there. Click. Do you have any caller online? You don't have a caller there. All right, Uluawan, I appreciate you for joining me
God
today.
bless you. We came late. We're doing some domestic work.
So you've joined me to end the program, which is
And
a nice one too.
Andy will survive, they will sit home. The last busy for home.
Where is the
We
peace?
are the land, we are the first.
Where is the peace?
And now it's so gradually Atego is not appearing in the atmosphere of Luana. This segment of
Signifies
God.
peace.
Yes.
Peace. Wow, wow.
Peace must have its food, strong food. Here.
All right.
Luana will benefit it. And those outside will know they will come.
I'll say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on this same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. The comment section, we appreciate you dropping comments there. The viewers watching us, we appreciate you. The reviewers, we appreciate you. Everyone on Flip TV, the crew, the one in the studio, the one behind the camera, thank you all for joining us. Our social media handles are right on the screen. You can also join me on all social media platforms at Michael Timitayo Adekunle. But on TikTok, you can join me at Mike Flip TV on TikTok. Mike Flip TV. Tomorrow is another day. That's Thursday. Bye for now, everyone. Cover Kini.